Hey guys, it's Sergey from DeFi Gator, and today we're going to talk about Lucky Leo Finance. So, before we start, and if you don't know too much about us, check out our content on DeFiGator.xyz, where we have a ton of resources and info on upcoming projects and actually already launched projects. I'd like to remind everybody before we jump in, this video is for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Do your own research and always have fun. So let's dive in. So Lucky Leo Finance, they are basically what has come to be known as a node project, even though you're not actually creating nodes in the sense that you're validating transactions. And they're calling themselves an NFT project on AVAX. But the reason I say node is because everybody has come to know that node projects are similar to what their mechanics are. So if I say node, that's what I mean. It's not that they're validating nodes. They are basically you buy in and you basically lose that money on the purchase, but you earn rewards throughout the lifetime of having that node. So let's dive in. They got a website that's pretty damn good. I mean, you got some generic images, but that's okay. You got an introduction video here. You can scroll through, and they're going to go through all the little details. But essentially, I'm going to give you the kind of view from 10,000 feet. So the website's pretty good. There's really no missing links. First thing we see, you got the team's faces, which is great to see for anybody that's going to be an investor in this. You can go through their bios and research these guys, but these do seem like real people. So that's a good thing. So you go through all this. You got their white paper, but we're going to dive first into their Twitter account, and then we'll go into the YouTube, and then we'll go into Discord, and then we'll come back through the white paper on the website. So on their Twitter, so they got 145 tweets. They've been around since March 7th. They got lots of retweets, lots of replies. That's what their marketing, I noticed, is that they are mostly gaining followers by trying to tag themselves to more famous YouTubers or influencers and trying to get in their comments, trying to retweet them. And that it seems like it's fairly successful. So they have let's see how many followers they have here. So it looks like they got 18.7 thousand followers. That's a lot in 3 months. So two ways usually people get this is either they pay for it or they are very, very good at marketing. So it's probably a combination of both. I mean, there's nothing wrong with paying for them, except that when you pay for followers, it's a good start. But the thing is, usually those paid followers are not going to invest in your protocol. So the key thing is to watch how the pre-sale does this coming Sunday on the 22nd. That's when their pre-sale is. And then they don't have a public sale date yet, but that's going to be the big test is if the pre-sale sells out very quickly, then you know that they're popular. You know that there's going to be buy pressure at the start. So if it doesn't, then guess what? They probably bought a lot of these followers. So it's nothing wrong, but I've seen this plenty of times before. So you can just scroll through their tweets. It's typical stuff. A lot of giveaways. I noticed that they're doing a ton of whitelist giveaways. So that's something to watch out for because how many whitelist people are going to be in the pre-launch, right? So if you got a ton of whitelist guys, then obviously they're going to get something that's going to be at a big discount. You're going to be at a disadvantage when you go in public. So something that you got to calculate for yourself. We're going to go to their Discord server and check them out there. Pretty good Discord server, well organized. They're very engaging in chat, in general chat. So I did ask him a question here at 10:45, and it's 11:05, so I haven't gotten any answer yet, but that's okay. But it seems like they're answering questions whenever this Zach Beavers, who's one of the founders on here, so he's answering questions and they're pretty nice on here. I don't see anybody kicking them out or anybody complaining. So you can read through what they're offering, but essentially you're going to buy a NFT, and that NFT is going to produce rewards. You can trade that NFT on a secondary marketplace, so you're not going to totally lose your investment, it seems like, but I don't have any details on, what they're going to take, what percentage. You're going to have to read that detail yourself. But essentially, they should have an NFT marketplace where you can trade it. This has been done before. It's not that innovative, but they are trying different things to try to stop the bleeding. Not that I imagine. I mean, every protocol has the same problem, which is how quickly do the investors want to start cashing out. So they have a couple things such as you can't unstake for 7 days or else you lose your NFT. You're only making essentially 1%, because the NFT costs 100 of their tokens, 100 gold tokens. So you're getting 1 gold token per day. So think of it as, okay, if you're getting 1 gold token per day, I mean, you're going to be there for 3 months, 10 days, right? So 100 days to get your ROI back. Obviously, the chart matters a lot, because if the chart goes down in that time, you're going to have a hard time bringing your ROI back in that time. And you can go through right now Twitter. You can see there are very, very famous chains, such as the Strong Chain. Actually, not Strong Chain, but Strong Block. I mean, they just limited their rewards, and these rewards are not limited. And there are booster packs that you can buy, which will basically enhance your rewards. So we'll go through that on the tokenomics. But very nice Discord. They got 10,000 members in Discord, 18,000 on Twitter. So it's a little bit weird to me that they got that many Twitter followers and not this many Discord followers, because Discord is where the essentially DeFi investor is going to hang out. I have not checked out the Telegram, because to me Telegram is just a bunch of bots and it's just crap. So maybe theirs is good, but I don't even go there because it's just not even worth it. Pretty good over here. We're going to move through to the real quick on the YouTube. So they have an AMA that they have done. You can listen to it. It's a whole hour, 50 minutes right there. You can listen to, I'm sure they address a lot of the questions that are asked, how to buy, what they're going to invest in. But essentially, it's a hedge fund. That's what they're claiming to be. And they are going to take the money that you give them, and they are going to try to basically turn it over so that they have a good profit that they can invest right back in the treasury and keep the chart up. That's the whole game, is how can you do that? So they basically have, to be honest, a month and a half, because at a month time, people start cashing out. That chart is going to have a rough time keeping up. So you got to try to do your swing trading, your, whatever you got to do. This can't be long term. I've just seen this a lot, and their task is going to be, as quickly as possible, try to beef up the treasury from the investments that they make. So keep in mind, whatever they raise, a percentage is going to go to the treasury, a percentage is going to go to the liquidity pool. So they're going to have to beef up the treasury with, or beef up essentially the liquidity pool. I mean, they're going to have to get the stable coin back in there so that that is not dropping. All right, so they got a couple of videos. The introduction videos, I don't even pay attention to those. That's just, it doesn't mean anything. So AMA, I'd listen to that if you're interested in this. And then this is a nice video on how to transfer tokens from a centralized exchange to your wallet, specifically for purchasing of the Lucky Leo gold coin. So when we go to the tokenomics over here, and we can actually go to the white paper, you can read through their, how many coins they're going to have, what they're going to have for sale. One thing I noticed is they are definitely KYC'd, which is great. You can double check them, all their profiles, but they don't have a contract audit as of May 20th, okay? So what that means is they're either using the money from the pre-sale to do a contract audit, because that usually costs between anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000. Doesn't, it depends on how difficult the contract is. or they might not even have one. But I would imagine with these guys having KYC, they're going to have to get a contract audit to earn that trust, especially with them thinking, at least on here, that they're going to try to raise $7 million. Now, I don't know when this was written, but I don't think you're raising $7 million in this kind of crypto environment, because right now it is very, very, very tough. I mean, I see protocols that used to be able to probably similar protocols that used to be able to raise 3 to 4 million, and they're probably at between 500,000 and a million right now. So just because everything dropped, consumer confidence is low, so it's going to be tough for them. But you can read through. They're going to take the treasury. They're going to invest in blue chip DEX tokens. They're going to do stakeable coins and tokens, validator nodes. That's all great and good, but keep in mind, validator nodes aren't there to swing trade. Stakeable coins and tokens aren't there to swing trade. All right. You can do smart swing trading if you're very, very good, and you can gain good percentages, but you also need some luck, because you never know. Look at what happened, when the bottom will drop out. Not saying that they can't do it, but it's going to be tough. So, economics, you can see the gold pots. So you buy this gold token on the decentralized exchange on Trader Joe. You're going to buy gold pots with your gold token. After a month, I don't think there's going to be any taxes on buy and sell. Initially, for the first month, I believe they're going to have 25% tax on buy, just to prevent the bots and the swing traders, which I think is a smart thing to do. So you can kind of just check on all the booster packs that they're going to have, which essentially you buy this, and then there's your gold pots. Your NFTs are going to produce more money. So do your calculations right off of here. One thing I want to point out is they are selling right here. If you go on their Discord channel, so we can go to FAQ, and let me see here. On the FAQ, okay, our fundamental. What's the difference? What's different from other node projects? Okay, see, they even call themselves kind of a node project. Our fundamental structure does not rely on Ponzi-nomics to sustain itself. Our entire project is centered around the treasury. Our treasury will invest in income-producing assets with scheduled buybacks, liquidity additions to keep the price of our coin stable and ensure the investors have returns for years to come. That's all great and good, and I'm not saying I don't believe them. I think they have their heart in the right place, but you got to understand something. You're essentially locking yourself to 100 days for full ROI to everybody that invests, because as people take their money out, the chart will drop. I mean, those are just simple mathematics. Again, I'm not saying that this can't survive, but you got to be quick. So as these guys have to prove very quickly that they are going to be able to, number one, keep bringing in new investors to prop up the chart, and two, show that their investments are making huge money. I'm talking, probably 20, 30% a month at least. I'm not sure the exact percentage, but think about it like this. If they're promising you in 3 months full 100% back, that means that they got to have that much more in stablecoin made up, okay? Out of a treasury that's not the full amount that was invested. If there's a full amount of 1 million that was collected at the pre-sale, okay, that means that 1 million of stablecoin has to be brought back to the liquidity pool, not the treasury, but the liquidity pool. But how do you make that million? Well, you only have the treasury, which might be only 300,000 to 400,000 or 500,000, whatever they decided to be. So those are the numbers. You gotta think about that. Again, not saying that you can't, but it's going to be tough. So they're going to have to work very hard at it. Other than that, let me see here. There's in the general chat, I wanted to show you guys one thing. There is a good announcement here that will go through all the pre-sale information. So this is very good stuff for you to calculate what your ROI is going to be, how much discount there's going to be, I'm not sure what the whitelist structures, is required for this, but it's probably going to be something like invite a bunch of people, all that kind of stuff, typical. So take a look at this. Ask any questions. These guys seem to, know their stuff, and they'll be happy to answer them, I'm sure. So one final thing is, like I said, look out for a contract audit, because I would never invest in something that doesn't have a contract audit before the protocol launches. Okay, doesn't mean that you can't take a chance on with these guys showing their faces and doing the AMAs. I think it's safe to say that you could probably expect them to be on the up and up, and not do any rugging or anything like that. But before the final public launch, you want to make sure that the contract is audited, because just in case, it's not even that they want to do something wrong. You don't know if that contract might have something in it that potentially someone from the outside could exploit it. So it's not just the team that could rug, it's that the outside, there's a lot of forces out there, and they see $1 million, bucks worth of stable coin. Of course they're going to go after it. So here's all your information here. Like I said, they're doing a lot of discounts for the whitelist members, which again, to me, it's going to be tough, because every single dollar of discount you do, that's one extra dollar that you lost in liquidity and treasury, and a way to build up the treasury to cover for those costs. Always keep that in mind. Just because someone raises 2 or 3 or 10 million, how much of that and how quickly has to be paid back? If you got to pay that back in, let's say, 2 weeks, okay? Let's say someone's offering 10% every single day. That's not realistic. I mean, there's nowhere that you can invest unless you're super lucky and you win the lottery, right? So there's all the information. Public sale post-launch. They're promising a ton of marketing, a ton of all kinds of promotions, YouTube influencers, all that kind of stuff. So to me, that's good. But it's key to know that they are going to get that money within a month to a month and a half to double. Essentially, they got to double the treasury, and that after that, then you can kind of gauge on where they're at, because people are going to cash out. There was a project called the Tavern, which is very, very nicely made, very nice graphics, and unfortunately, it's just tough, because their chart just went down. It was on a 45. And the reason that happened is it's just they were giving out too many rewards. They couldn't keep up. So something you got to consider. If you guys are interested in other projects that are upcoming, come to our website on defigator.xyz. And also you can see us on Discord. You can find links on our website there. And until the next one, have fun. We'll see you out there.